Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me?
What's up?
Can you hear me? Want to make sure this audio is sounding decent. Hold on. Let me hit the playback real quick. Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. That sounds good. Okay, so I'm your boy BrogiNaric. And we're doing something a little different today. We're doing a live review / discussion for Doctor Strange 2, aka Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I got some guests with me. Some of them will be popping in. And maybe some of y'all, if y'all in the comments want to pop in. But yeah. But it's running. All right, that's it. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the good, the bad, and hold on. One of my guests is
Good, the bad,
popping
the
in
crazy,
here.
baby.
Yeah, the good, the bad, the madness, the lack of madness. Because, some people were upset about the lack of madness. Some people were disappointed. Some people thought it was fine. It's a lot going on with this movie. Because the hype for this was pretty real. I don't know if it was as crazy as what No Way Home had, but like after No Way Home, the possibilities of what could happen, got built up. And, once we okay, he'll send it to his laptop. Okay. And once we got into the film, there was a mixed reaction, which usually happens with big movies because, expectations go crazy sometimes. But I would say for non-spoiler starts right now, just non-spoilery, I enjoyed the film. I had a great time. I can see why some people were disappointed because, those expectations probably weren't met. And then some people might have thought what we got wasn't as good. But I would say I enjoyed it overall. What about you, Chris?
Um, you know, like I honestly feel like, yeah, I did see like what you showed me, some critiques, but like when I looked at it as a whole, like I liked it. I had no problems at all. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna go watch it again.
Yeah. I I had a fun time, I will say. But I wanted to talk about my experience. So I was supposed to see the movie with some friends.
The box of the sanctuary.
And I don't know what the fuck happened. I had an old man moment. The movie was starting at 6. I got there like at I literally got there like 6:15. I was on time. But for some reason, when I walked in, I was expecting to see it. Y'all are in the theater. Y'all did right. Y'all was in the theater. I'm in the lobby like a jackass. Wait, because somehow 6 turned into 6:30. And then I walked into the theater, and literally when I walked into the theater, it was a little bit after 6:30. And the screen was playing. And then I was like, oh fuck, did I fuck up? And then I'm like, oh shit, the screen is on. I might have missed something. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to wait. And then luckily there was like another showing playing at 6:30. So I just went to that. So but it turned out I actually didn't miss anything because like literally when I opened the door, the movie literally had just started. So I could have just sat my ass down and wouldn't have missed anything. So that was weird. But yeah, I was supposed to see with my boy Chris and my other boy Wally, Crispy Man, who should be popping up at some point. And another participant will be popping up. But so yeah, I kind of fucked that up, but that didn't hinder my experience.
Yeah, but like I understand what you're saying. Like the beginning was kind of deceiving.
Yeah, because it was like because it's the way it starts, it's like in the middle of an action sequence, but that's minor spoiler.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I when Sam Raimi was originally announced to direct, I was one of the few people who wasn't that excited because I know a lot of people were super excited. I wasn't because I'm like I love Sam Raimi, but like some of his recent films have been kind of a bit like the last big movie he didn't go that well. So I was like, hopefully, he can make it work. Hopefully, Marvel won't hinder his creativity too much. And for the most part, they didn't. Like, there's definitely moments you can kind of tell he was kind of chained, and then there's other moments where his creativity is going crazy. Oh, here's the other guy. Go add him in. Critical,
hey,
what up?
Going on?
What up, brother?
What's up, bro?
Doing good.
What is up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great. Sorry I'm late, everybody. Sorry I'm
No,
late.
you are on time. You are there's no on time when I'm involved. So you were doing great. Especially
Right, they ain't no on time.
tell the people why you was running late.
Oh, I had to finish watching the rewatching the Doctor Strange movie. I had to get everything in.
You saw it
My
again.
man,
Yeah,
That's crazy. You say
my
you want to go
man
see
is
it what
trying.
Friday, right?
yeah. So I saw it no Thursday. It was
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Thursday.
Mm.
Yeah, I try to beat all the spoilers. I mean, they were sending up just like different thumbnails of just different things that happened within the movie, and I was like, all right, I got to
Yeah.
just get off the internet, you know.
I agree. That was the marketing for this movie really pissed me off because they were showing way too much stuff. And then they had that trailer when Mordo said the Illuminati was see, which I didn't see, but so many people was talking about it. I was like, well, fuck, I guess the Illuminati has been confirmed, and that pissed me off.
I thought
And
Jay-Z was gonna be there.
right, right, Jay-Z and all his and Kanye and Nicki. But anyway, yeah, so the marketing was absolutely ridiculous. But tell us some of your non-spoilery thoughts on the film, Critical.
Non-spoilery thoughts. I thought it went very fast. I thought it got right to the point.
Mm-hmm.
The only slow moments to me was probably the end, and I felt like those slow moments had a lot of heart. The characters I enjoyed. Trying to think of some other things that I did enjoy about it that's non-spoiler without giving too much away. But yeah, for the most part, I really did enjoy it. I mean, the story behind it, the colors, you know what I mean? I
It was
enjoyed
very colorful. Yeah, that was nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
So
vibrant.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that's
rainy
cute.
for you.
Yeah, that is true, right? Yeah, because people were joking about that. I was like, the Marvel movies are colorful, but like not all of them are for the most part, and they definitely look very more vibrant. That is a good point.
Yeah, like
I guess. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something, Chris. But anyway,
oh
but yeah,
no. Like I remember you said something about somebody on Twitter saying it was too kiddie, and I was like, what? Is it because the colors?
yeah. No, I mean, like I said, Raimi has a certain style, and that was one of the things I was surprised with. Some people was like, "Oh, why is it so jokey and so da da da?" I'm like, do y'all not remember who Sam Raimi is? Like, we sit on the internet constantly sharing memes from the first three Spider-Man movies because of how easy and how goofy it was. But he does it with this, and people act brand new. It's just I thought that was just a weird way to go about it. But whatever. But yeah, now I'm not saying the movie is perfect because I've heard some criticisms, and we can get into those criticisms. But like me, I thought for the most part I had a fun time. I will say I do think Multiverse of Madness they should have probably had a better title because I think when you have that title, it does imply a lot more craziness. Because if I'm being fair, in terms of madness, if you've seen the What If cartoon, I think the What If cartoon was a little more actual multiverse madness than what we actually got in this film.
Yeah.
So I can see that criticism. Some people were like, "Oh, it's called Multiverse of Madness," and they didn't really do much madness. I'm like, they had its moments, but I can see that.
Thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way at all, man. I just enjoyed the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't see it from that point of view.
Yeah, but that's what happens when like expectations and speculation gets too crazy. People petting out like me and Chris was talking about the Tom Cruise Iron Man, Superior Iron Man stuff. I know we're in the non-spoiler section, but I got to say that he's not in the movie. It's not in there. I'm sorry. It's not in the movie.
That's my only complaint on the movie.
Yeah,
so
it would have been
far,
cool,
so
but it's not in the movie. I'm sorry. That's non-spoiler. So I guess fuck it, we can just get into spoilers now. We're not gonna go necessarily in order. We're just gonna jump around for the most part. But let's see. We can go by character. Anyone had a specific character they want to start with, or maybe I should lead? All right, Chris, you go.
Yo, you already know my favorite. Yeah, I couldn't stop talking about it. Fucking live action Captain Carter.
Oh, okay, you going for the juggler. Okay, you just jumping off the rip. All right.
Man, like I think that was like really like fan servicey, which I had no problem with because I think she was like, I felt like that was on demand. Like when I saw like the What If, I just like, yo, I just want to see her in live action in the suit and shit like that. And I wouldn't mind seeing Steve Rogers back, you know?
Yeah, in the mech.
in live action.
This is a different alternate version as well, but I get what you're saying. But yeah.
Right.
But it was good to actually see her in a live action in the suit and stuff. I did see it in the trailer. I was like,
see, I didn't watch that trailer, so when I saw everyone talking about Captain Carter, I'm like, well, they must have shown something to make everybody keep talking about Captain Carter.
Yeah. So, I took a good look at the shield. I'm like, yo, shit, Captain America. But then I saw the British join. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask before we keep going into sports. I forgot to ask, how would y'all grade this? Critical, how would you grade Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
I would say this. I haven't thought of a grade yet, but I would have to say after watching it, I would have to put this at, out of all the Marvel movies, this is my number 1 or 2.
Oh,
really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm putting it that high. At first, I was thinking top 5. When I watched it again, I was like, nah, it's up 1, 2. I would say 1, 2, 3, but I'm thinking like 1 or 2 right now.
What's your first?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your first?
Wow. My first one. My first one will probably be Infinity War.
Okay.
That was a banger.
Yeah, and I would have to throw in the Civil War too, somewhere in there.
Okay, all right, yeah, those are bangers. those are certified bangers. I get that thought process. You got a potential or a grade, Chris?
Potential grade from what I saw right now, like I'm not going to Dave Mesler is. Or if there's any wrestling fans on here, I'm not going to Dave Mesler it, but like I'm gonna give my I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay, see, that's you're not that far from me. I'm going 8.5 out of 10. I enjoyed myself.
I was gonna put 8.5. I was like, I want to keep it nice and solid, right down the middle,
right down the middle. 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna say this then. I'm gonna say 9 pizza balls.
9 pizza.
Oh yeah, them shits look good though. I'm not gonna.
Yes, they do.
Bring those to a Super Bowl party.
Those are nice. And the pizza popper always gets paid. You lying mother.
The pizza popper, man, I was dying with that.
Oh, nah.
What?
You talking about the pizza poppers? There was a false picture online saying there was going to be a Joe's Pizza cameo on there.
I think. Oh, you know what? I think there was, because I was watching one review and they said when the scene where they're traveling through the different multiverses. There was like a thing that kind of might have hinted to the RAIMI Spider-Man universe. I missed it, but it was traveling through all these different universes.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, I got to check it again. But so you was digging Captain Carter. What was your favorite cameo, Critical?
My favorite cameo? Oh man, my favorite cameo that surprised me, and I didn't know I needed to see this character in my life. I would have to say Black Bolt.
Okay, that was a surprise. That was a surprise.
In the rumors, all right, it was some site I came across, and I still have this thing where I just want to see what people are probably going to lie about. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm also scared that he might be telling the truth, so I'll kind of go into that. And I really wanted to see Doctor Strange, and it's almost like I couldn't wait. So I went in and got spoiled. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing like all of these characters that's supposed to pop up. And I heard Thunderbolt. I'm like, yeah, right. I did not believe that. You know what I mean? But when I saw him in there, he was doing the sign language. Cool. I was like, all right, he's cool. But then when he told Doctor Strange, I'm sorry, and
blew him away.
I was like, yo, I really got to see this cat now. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if I should keep going.
Yeah, I mean, we're in spoilers.
We're in spoilers now.
Yeah. So then, all of a sudden, when I call her Scarlet bitch. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
No problem. Yeah, cool. I agree with you. I agree with you.
You ain't gonna hear me tell you not to say it. So.
Yeah, but when Scarlet bitch was like, yo, Woodmouth, and he blew his top.
Now see that's one of my criticisms. As cool as that scene is, where Wanda possesses a variant of herself to kill basically the Avengers. Like Wanda kills the Avengers by mind controlling herself to kill the Avengers. That's fucking crazy. But I will say some of those death sequences was bullshit. I like the Black Bolt death was cool, but then when my boy Crispy pointed it out because I missed it, he died because his sonic scream reverberated in his head. And like, yeah, that shouldn't be able to kill him because it's his own power. Like, you shouldn't be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're speaking or if you're humming, that you would think with that logic, that would kill him. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's bullshit. But cool scene.
How'd she do it though? How the fuck she
can
do it?
Manipulate reality. That's, you know, the dark hold or whatever. The magic power. But and I gotta say the Captain Marvel death was bullshit too because she got crushed by a statue. That shouldn't have killed her.
That ran out of energy. I mean, I don't know what type of Captain Marvel we dealing with. But
thank you. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, maybe in the
that's
MCU her energy wasn't on, so that killed. I don't fucking know, but that's
what I said. I'm like, yo. In the movie theater, I was like, yo, Carol would have done a better job.
Carol, right? You low key, they would have had Carol. She would have, yeah, that's true.
She would have slapped her.
The Captain Carter death was cool. That was way more violent than I thought it was going to be. Although they didn't, you know, completely show it, but it was implied. And the Reed death I thought was pretty good too.
I'm glad Reed went out the way he did because that's one of my gripes with the movie. I said I was gonna play the antagonist.
Go ahead.
The part he told their whole plan. How are you gonna be so doggone smart and be like, hey, you know, like these are my man's powers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, like, his powers is this, and their powers is that. And so please don't do anything. All right, just calm down.
She's like, open his mouth. I'm like, oh, thank you for giving me the cheat code to defeat him.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. That was dumb. That was pretty dumb from Reed. I would have. That was a shock that they actually pulled them in, John Krasinski as Reed Richards. But like the moment when
I love that cameo too.
Christine said, "I work for the Baxter Foundation." I was like, "Well, fuck, we're getting Reed. We're getting Reed because that's connected to the Fantastic Four." And he looked good. It was kind of crazy how much he looked like the fan art that's been on the internet for like, I don't know, the past 5 or so years.
Right.
Like Marvel was just like, "Fuck it, y'all got it. This Krasinski, could you just hop in and do this role?" I don't know if he's gonna be officially cast. I think he is. And I
hope so, man.
Yeah.
I think he's also going to be directing the new movies because, you know, the John Watts recently stepped down from doing Fantastic Four. He was attached to direct that, and I think he might have stepped down because they got Krasinski to take his place. But we'll see how that plays out. That's my thought, at least. That's my thought.
Just saying, you just can't put them in the suit and then tease us like that and be like,
I mean, it is a multiverse. They could do whatever. I mean, it's a multiverse, so they have an out if they don't, you know, if they don't go down that route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
he did a solid job. You know, like
yeah, I thought it was fine. You know, like I wasn't as blown. Granted, it was just like sort of a cameo. So I saw some people shitting on it. I didn't think he was terrible, but it's like I'm willing to give him more.
Yeah,
see more screen time if they keep him around. But the other cameo that I really love was Professor X. Like I know he was in the movie, but seeing him in the yellow chair and then the X-Men theme played, I love that. That was so awesome. Yeah. I love that, and I love when he did his powers. And you could see the little waves coming from his mind and all that. Like that was cool. That shit like that. I really
this right here when he was doing this. I don't know if he's ever done it in any other movie. I know he did that in the cartoon.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, he did just like in the comics too, when he would do the "To Me" by X-Men. Yeah, that was
like when he was focusing and directing to his target and shit.
Yeah. That I dig all of that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's one thing I did notice about Professor X. Like when I was watching it again, something kind of popped in. Like, why did he let Doctor Strange go out of everybody? You know what I mean? Like he was like, hey, when you get free, I'm gonna need you to get the girl. And I think he knew that they were going to die. You know what I mean?
So
because the fear, because you got to think, like everybody, like Doctor Strange kept telling them, hey, Wanda is coming, and everybody's like, no, you're the threat. He's like, what?
Yeah.
But Professor X knew, like, you know, when he went in his mind, he can sense him, know what he's thinking, and know the fear. That probably that Doctor Strange was like, yo, nobody can really fuck with Wanda right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think he was like, yo, get the girl. You know, we can do what we can.
We'll do what we can. Yeah. I thought that was interesting how their version, because I was thinking the Illuminati was going to be essentially what the what if you ever saw that the Guardians of the Multiverse, because I thought that what the Illuminati was going to be different versions of these characters from different multiverses meeting up. That's what I thought. But seeing that they were all from their one universe doing their own thing, I was like, oh, okay, so all right, I get it. But
how did you guys feel about this though? How did you guys feel about the fact that this universe that he was in the Illuminati, they actually utilized Ultron?
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, but because you got to remember, Ultron was created by Tony in the MCU, so it's like, oh, that makes I was like, okay, that makes sense because I keep thinking of Ultron as
when I
Hank
saw
Pym
that,
thing, but
when I saw that, I'm like, yo, where's Tom Cruise at?
Yeah, I know, right? You thought it was coming, right?
I thought it was coming because Tom Cruise, it's in Superior Iron Man's character to go through with it.
Yeah. I mean, like it would have made sense, but I'm not surprised he didn't show up, and I wasn't overly expecting it, but like it could have happened. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like the rumors got me invested. I wanted to see him in the suit.
What about Deadpool? Remember Ryan Reynolds put on the suit.
That was another big one. People thought Deadpool was popping up. People were saying, "Oh no, go ahead."
Oh no, my bad. I was saying people were saying how they saw Deadpool in the glass on the poster of the.
Everybody was seeing everything. People thought Hugh Jackman might have popped up. Like this wasn't that. This was not that.
Tobey Maguire was coming.
Like I said, I thought Tobey Maguire was going to pop up. Maybe not as Spider-Man, but just as as a character, kind of like what Bruce Campbell did. I thought we might have got Tobey, and I was a little surprised we didn't get Tobey.
Yeah, for Sam Raimi, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's his crown jewel right there.
Right. Well, I mean, he had his other crown.
What if he might be like this, somebody who was walking by? Somebody in the office.
I don't know. No one's pointed it out yet, so I don't know. You're right. It could be.
Or taking a picture from his camera or something like that.
Yeah, that would have been cool. If he was like at the wedding. Yeah, at the wedding or some shit. And another character I was surprised wasn't in the movie. It hit me earlier today. We didn't see the Watcher with all this multiverse stuff going on. I thought we might have seen like Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher, because he was so big into that in the What If cartoon. So I thought we might have seen him, but we didn't. So
if he's in there, I'm gonna look for him. I mean, that's a great point, man. Because I'm gonna when I watch it again, if he's in there, he's gonna be in the part where the excursion is happening. Is it called the excursion? What's it called? The incursion? Incursion. Yeah, when the incursion is happening, if there's going to be a Watcher, there's going to be somewhere in that scene. Because everything else, the realms were okay. Just that particular realm, everything was out of hand. So.
Yeah, it got crazy. So we've been going on, but we haven't talked about the main character, which I think is some people's problems with this because he kind of got a little overshadowed. Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. I thought he was great in this. I think the more I see him as Doctor Strange, I think he gets better with the role because I like the first Doctor Strange movie I like, and it's a lot better than I used to give it credit for. But I always thought that he was the way they handled the character was a little underwhelming. And each time I see Benedict as Doctor Strange in other movies, he's better when he's handled by other directors. So I wasn't surprised that the original director, Scott Derrickson, didn't come back, because when Taika Waititi had him, when the Russos had him, even when John Watts had him, I thought he was he came off better as a character. And in this movie, I thought he did really good in the role. I thought he did really good in the role. How did y'all feel about Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange?
Out of all his performances, I would place this in part 2 because part 1 got to go to Infinity War. He was the fucking MVP of that whole fucking movie. He was an MVP, bro. He was leading the charge, baby.
I agree with that.
But the more I feel like, the more he, it kind of reminds me of Mark Ruffalo. The more he plays the Hulk, the better he gets.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I agree with that. Cal?
Yeah, I think when it comes to Cumberbatch, man, this movie here, I thought he was amazing when he was playing, against himself. And I agree with you. I kind of forget you made a point, and I agree with your point, but I forgot what you said. Do you remember exactly?
What did Cumberbatch got better with the character in each appearance after the first movie, or was it that point, or was it the other directors handled the character
It's
better
that.
than the
It's that
original?
because thank you for bringing me back. Because when in the first one, he was too cookie cutter for me. It was something about the character. He didn't stand out as his own personality in the first one. And I agree with you both. Like Infinity War, especially this one, you saw like the real character. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. One of the things I thought was kind of crazy that they focused on a lot, and the more I think about it, it was like I wish I cared more, was the love story with Steven and Christine. I thought they dragged that out a little too much. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but it's like she hasn't been in one of these movies since almost like 5 years ago when that movie came out.
But she was in the cartoon. That had some heart. That kind of added a little.
Okay, I give you that. The What If cartoon did a better job than this movie and the first movie for getting me to care about their relationship. So for this movie to be kind of the linchpin was I thought it was a bit much. I could see that criticism. That would be a criticism I had. I think they overdid it with that part, but.
Watching it again, I really enjoyed that part. Like I would say this, right? The animation of Doctor Strange, that was probably the bottom half of all of the episodes from the What Ifs, but it still went along with the story. I'll get back to that later. But
that's what the best was.
All right.
I had it in my top three. But yeah,
I feel you. No, we can talk about it. But I felt like even though I felt that way, I felt like it was still a main story to let me know how much he cared for her and how much the universe doesn't want them to be together. Like anytime he's with her, he's gonna kill her. You know what I'm saying? When he's not with her, man, she survives. You know what I'm saying? And just watching how, like toward the end, how these two had two different. She had a different Strange. He had a different Christina, right? And then Christine. And it's almost like they were perfect for one another, you know. So
on paper,
but they couldn't make it work. But they couldn't. Right, on paper, but they couldn't make it work. That was funny. That like every universe is just we just didn't figure it out. I was like, all right,
didn't figure it out. So in every the universe, like you said, bro, the universe has spoken. Doctor Strange gets no bitches in any universe.
He lonely,
and
brother man lonely.
But thing is with that, like You saw like in that part, it looked like he was gonna kiss her, and she was like, "Whoa, I don't know you like that."
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I don't know you like that.
Right.
You confessing to the wrong one, right? Here.
Right. I'm not. You're right. I'm not sure, Christine.
At first,
but like, like, thing is, I thought they were gonna do a little what if, like, but in the trailer, because in the trailer there was a wedding. And I'm over here thinking he's having another dream. He was gonna be there. I'm like, damn, bro, You done lost her. Why you going to her wedding?
Yeah, that was weird that he was at the wedding. I'm not gonna lie.
That almost happened to me before.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Imagine I'm getting invited to your ex's wedding.
Right.
That's exactly what happened. And I didn't know. I was thinking about bringing it up, but I was like, I thought y'all gonna be like, man, why didn't you go? Why didn't you go? I didn't go. I copped out, man.
There you go.
No,
you made the right decision.
No,
you protected your mental health.
At least someone listened to Wong, because he was like, "What? You went?"
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wong was dope. I love Benedict Wong as Wong. He's
yeah.
Dope.
Before we get to him, I just got something to say about that.
Okay.
About the love story. Why try to confess your love and give her an explanation on her wedding day?
Yeah. A little too late. I mean, granted, he was gone for 5 years, but like you could have did that a little bit earlier, though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's been at least a year, but anyway. But yeah, you're not wrong about that. But Benedict Wong as Wong was cool. I think it's a little odd that he's still Sorcerer Supreme. I don't hate it, but I would like more of an explanation of why he's still Sorcerer Supreme now that
got it on a
Steven is back.
True. I don't lose it in death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he's back, so it's like
he said it straight up in Spider-Man.
I don't.
He said it straight up in Spider-Man, like, oh yeah, because he was dead.
Yeah, he was dead.
It's not like he made him interim Sorcerer Supreme. Like, yo,
right. They got to compete so he could be the unified champion of Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
they got to have a rematch. They got to go back to Shang-Chi and have a fight in the cage.
Exactly. But the fans, we all know who's number one.
Yeah,
we all know who's number one. You can keep the title.
Yeah,
we
but
know who number one is.
it was cool. It was cool, and the whole them teaming up to protect from the Scarlet Witch, which I want to say let's get into Elizabeth
The
Olsen
Scarlet
as
who?
Scarlet Bitch, excuse me.
Bitch. There we
Oh,
go.
there
But
we go.
I gotta say, I was so happy that they made her full supervillain, because that was one of the things that kind of annoyed me with WandaVision, where they was like, she's bad, but you know, she's not that bad. And I'm like, no, she enslaved those people. That's pretty fucked up. But in this
Yeah,
one,
I
she
agree.
snapped completely and she was all in. Some people complain like, oh, well, she got over that. And for me personally, I don't think she ever got over that. And they do kind of have it where like the book is kind of corrupting her. I think they should have linked more into she was having like a psychotic break and make it a little more like a mental problem. That's usually what it is with her. She's got a mental issue. I think they should have lent more into that to kind of make it even more less of a crazy heel turn. But I enjoyed the heel turn. I love the bit where he pulls up to the the orchard, and they're talking. And he's like, "I need you to help protect this girl." Because the movie is Steven meets this girl. She can go through the universes. He has to help her. Someone's after her. He goes to the one person he thinks can help him. Turns out she's the one that's actually trying to get the girl, and she mentioned her name. And I was like, wait, he didn't say her name. And then she's like, oh, fuck, you didn't say her name, did you? And then like everything changes. And she's like, look, I want that girl by sundown or we're going to have some problems. And I was like, oh,
Damn.
shit. I was like, oh.
Yeah, she was like on her mafia shit right there.
Yeah, she was straight up like, look, I need this little girl by sundown or we're going to have some problems. And here goes my other participant. He's finally up in here. We're going to bring him on the stage. Crispy Man, what is up?
Hey, give me one. Hey, what's up? Give
on?
me 1 second. I'm just trying to fix my audio stuff.
All right, I'll mute you.
Yeah, but that shit was crazy. She slipped up. Everybody's slipping up.
Yeah, she was great. Okay, here he is. He's ready.
Cool deal.
You good?
Yeah.
That sounds bad. Okay, we're in full spoilers. We just finally got talking about Wanda, but let's see. What were some things we recently spoke about? We talked about. Give us your initial thoughts on the film, Crispy, or Wallace, Brandon D, whichever one you're going with today.
And a rating.
Yeah, and your
rating. Oh man, fuck, dude. I'll start with the rating. 7 out of 10.
Okay, see, that's not that far.
Yeah, dude, I didn't hate the film. Like, I didn't hate the film at all. I really just think there was like 1 or 2 scenes that rubbed me the wrong way, as personally.
Right.
Everything else was.
What was those scenes? Because I've been hearing some other stuff. I just want to know if they're the same as what other people.
For me, it was the Illuminati stuff.
Okay, so that seems to be everybody's thing. Like they're really okay. So what we talked about it, but what was it that rubbed you the wrong way?
I'm a giant baby, and that's really all there is to it.
Oh yeah, you didn't like all the gruesome.
I mean,
Disney violence.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't really violent, and it's not really that gruesome. I'm just a giant baby, and I'm not a huge fan of like casual death and violence. In
that Professor X, that next snap fucked you up, didn't it?
Oh, I didn't give a shit about that.
Oh man, yo,
I don't care about
keep
Professor
his eyes
X.
closed on the Snyder movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I expect it from a Snyder film.
Yeah, that's if it ain't happening, I'm upset. But anyway, so what was the other scene? You said it was like.
Well, I mean, I think that was the biggest part of it.
Okay.
And then for me, and again, this is a dumb complaint because it's a Raimi film, but it was very, very Sam Raimi in style.
It was, and I like most of it. Which was mostly good. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think some of the editing choices were odd, which I know he doesn't necessarily control every aspect of the editing.
Yeah.
I agree with you. One part I remember was the part where Wanda was touching her other version of herself, and her head was turned, and she was supposed to bring her head around, but instead her head was already around when he did it close up.
Right.
I don't know if that was one of the things you were talking about, but that caught me.
I mean, that's certainly part of it. I think when they first meet Mordo and he's explaining the book of Vishanti and the Darkhold and how they're they're the opposites of one another, and they keep doing this cross fading and zooming in.
I like that. I
mean,
that.
It was interesting.
It felt like a
it was
comic book
interesting.
panel.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah,
but
it could be distracting though. I can see why someone get distracted.
It was distracting.
I can see that. I can see that. But I did dig with it. Yeah, the faces fading in and out, and the book is there. And I was like, that shit is great.
Sure, but I just kept. I watched it. I was like, man, like, all right, he's just going for it.
He's going for it. He's like, fuck it.
He went all in.
He did go all in. I respect it. I really do. Like I said, I know I'm a giant baby. I like the movie's good.
You brought up a thing that I thought was a waste, and that was Baron Mordo.
Yeah,
fucking just a waste. Like they didn't do anything with him.
Kill him though.
They didn't kill him, but I thought we were gonna get either more with him or more of the actual Mordo, because he's still out there doing something.
Yeah, like taking powers away and shit.
That plot died. Well, how much powers is he taking? Because that wizard school.
Well,
was
yeah, I
was
gonna say it was just an offhanded remark. He was like, "Yeah, my Mordo hates me, and he's been trying to kill me for years." Like, man, I wish we had seen that.
I agree. When he said that, I was like, "Is that in the background? Like, I want to see more of that."
Yeah, that's why I asked Brogi. I'm like, when did that happen?
Yeah, exactly. No, you were right. You did ask me that, and I tried to cover for it, but the more I thought about it, I was like, "Oh wait, no, you're right. That didn't."
I was like, I think
didn't really. Pop
I think
up
the last movie even ended without Strange really knowing that Mordo didn't like him.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I said I didn't see them actually fight in the first one. Like he just disappeared.
Yeah,
when
he left him. He left him in the middle.
Mordo was just like, dude, I don't like the way you're doing shit. I'm out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it was with what was the person that was over Doctor Strange? I can't think of her name.
The lady, the ancient one.
The ancient one. Yeah, he actually had beef with the ancient one.
Yeah,
if anything.
So,
that part I remembered, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Chris brought that up to me, and I was trying to cover for it, and then I thought about like, oh wait, no, he's right. That didn't happen.
I was gonna say after we leave here, I'm running back because I don't remember a fight scene between them.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
I'm running back to that movie. Right. I'm fire up Disney Plus and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, Crispy, what did you thought of Scarlet Witch? That's where we were at.
I mean, I liked her in this film. My dad and I had a conversation about it where he was hot pissed about it.
Oh yeah, what did Barry think? I want to know what Barry thinks. Your dad be
Barry
all over the place.
As shit.
Yeah, he be all over the place with these fucking.
He really
reactions.
is. He was just like, man, I don't like the way that they treated her character. Like she was so powerful in like the other films, and like she was a really great hero, and now she's just a villain and like irredeemable. And I'm like, yeah, that happens.
It sounds like Scarlet Witch to me.
Yeah, like, that happens. That happens sometimes.
Yeah,
but he was
she definitely ain't getting no pardon.
Yeah, exactly. It was like she was evil at the end of
WandaVision.
No matter what
I said.
Yeah, like no matter what you do, she was a villain at the end of that.
Even
if she felt bad about it, she was a villain.
Even if they tried to play it off with the like
family shucks, white girl gets a pass, right?
Right. It's like you fucked up.
No, like for real though, like I feel like WandaVision was leading up, of course, into this movie because she solely blamed Strange for Vision's death.
Right.
That was a bit weird, yeah. Now, I do. That was another weird thing. They mentioned Vision's ass like once, maybe twice. Yeah. I thought that was weird that he wasn't in any of the other universes.
Yeah, it was like he didn't exist in the one universe where she still had her kids.
Yeah, like unless he was at work the whole time. I don't fucking know, but
because he
wasn't shown. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I feel like they should have had him in there. Now that you guys are mentioning it, they should have did it like how they did like Superman and Injustice, bring another Lois Lane to talk to him and shit like that. They could have brought another Vision.
They kind of got around that with her talking to her other self, but I agree they should have. Yeah, I thought it would have.
Or at least White Vision.
Oh, yeah, that's the one it would have been. That's what I thought it was going to be. But
yeah, I thought you were saying they should have done with him like they did with Superman and Shazam. You just never see.
Never see his face.
Oh damn!
They couldn't afford him. That would have been crazy.
You just see him walking out the room every time we cut to a different scene.
He's having contract negotiations. So the other character that they introduced, America Chavez. I thought she was a little underdeveloped. I'm vaguely familiar with the character. I don't know her backstory. I kind of know her powers.
Right.
I thought she was a little underdeveloped. But I know how this goes. They're going to save her for some project down the line. So
Young Avengers.
Yeah, Young Avengers or something. But I liked her from what we got. But I could have used a little more development.
I think she was a likable character.
Yeah, Critical. What you thought of old American Chavez?
Well, how old is the actress?
16.
16.
Underage.
Yeah,
I know that much.
Okay.
Miss Gomez is 16.
Yeah, so she did a great job. At first I was like, because sometimes they'll get like older people to play younger characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for her to play
accurate age.
Huh? They said they got an accurate age.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So from what she pulled off, I thought she was pretty good. It was interesting to see her powers, how they finally worked. She was the MacGuffin of the whole story. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah.
And I like the relationship Doctor Strange had with her. Was almost like I want to say like a daughter, but like a niece. He's an uncle and she's a niece.
Yeah.
That's what I like the relationship they had.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. All right. Chris, thoughts on America Chavez? Since you are the target demographic, sir, what did you think on the Latino representation in this movie?
I did honestly feel like the actress, yeah, she did a good job, like solid. She played her part. Like you said, I do agree with that. You pointed that out. It was like undeveloped and stuff like that. I feel like I wanted more. Like, how did she discover how to use her powers and stuff like that?
Emotions, women and their emotions, they can't control.
Like that kind of reminds me of somebody's superpower and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So what happens when she gets her period? Like,
it's crazy how they kind of
but like he said, like I did like the relationships and stuff like that. I felt like she helped Doctor Strange discover another side to himself and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was the lessons. Yeah, which I agree. I did like that. Even though
I'm straight up.
Even though they repeated some of his growth before, I didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
Yeah, like straight up, like but yeah, like she did expose him, like yo, for real, in every universe you ain't shit. This one just tried to betray me, a whole heel turn.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. When everybody keeps trying to take her powers. It's like, oh, you don't know what you're doing with your powers, give them to me. And I'm like, God damn, y'all could at least train the girl. Like, fuck.
No options.
Yeah, right.
And like,
this is the only option.
I like how she bonded with him, and she's like, okay, yo, this is the only good Strange I've actually met. You know,
which
and
was
like they have like like a uncle or a niece or little brother and sister thing. They're giving each other jabs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Wally, I would like to learn more.
Yeah, thoughts on America Chavez? I haven't read any books with her in it, so
I've read a few. I like the older Young Avengers books, so I haven't read too many of the ones featuring America Chavez.
Yeah.
But I like her character for the most part in the comics, and I don't think that the movie was like too terribly inaccurate to the comic book. That's it. I like the film version. I totally agree that a little underdeveloped, but like obviously they're saving some of that story for later films.
Yeah.
Because like they could have easily had her leave this world because now she has control of her powers. Like, what's stopping her from just using her powers to go find her moms?
That's a bit weird. Yeah, and that was the thing I wanted. Is she magic? Is she a magic character? Because seeing her at the magic school,
I think she's a mutant.
Yeah,
that's
right.
What I was thinking she might be our first mutant.
Yeah, but
I think she might be.
But they can't say mutant yet.
Yeah, so. they're not saying that yet. Yeah, because they already said Wanda's a mutant, but they low key kind of was like anyway. But and I did. That's right. I forgot. She was in the Ultimates. I read the first volume of the Ultimates, where it was her, Black Panther, Blue Marvel, Cap Marvel, Black Cap Marvel. It was like
the current Ultimates.
Yeah, the current Ultimates. Yeah, it was a powerhouse team, and she was fun in that. But she was a little more spunky in that book than what she was in this, which they sort of hinted at. So let's talk. So the horror elements, I thought all of those were really good. When they got creepy, when it had a couple of jump scares. There was one jump scare that got me, which was when they went to the Darkhold Temple, when after the lady sacrificed herself to destroy the book, and Wong told her that, well, there's actually a temple where all this stuff is written, and they're walking through, and that one demon pops up. That was the one thing that caught me off guard. Yeah, but other than that, The jump scares were fine.
That's what I did. Like when she destroyed the book, it kind of did a little homage to Harry Potter and stuff like that. When Harry destroyed Voldemort's book, when he was stabbing the shit out of his book.
Oh,
I was like,
I like the horror elements. I know I jumped when they were in the tunnel and they kept doing that back and forth with them in the door, and then she just slides out.
Yeah, that was
like, all right, that got me.
That was pretty neat. Yeah.
They kept doing that, and that was one of those moments where I was like, all right, this is more Raimi editing. And then I was like, this is like a Raimi directorial choice. Yeah. Like just really focusing on this moment. But like it worked. It got me.
Yeah, and what got me was the whole Raimi experience when I think it was Chavez and Christina when they were being Christine. I want to say Christina.
Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She's gone.
And, Christine, baby, she's gone.
I'm gonna think about the car. Stephen King, Christine. So when Christine, when they were running away, and then you see the shadow, and you hear like this demon noise, and you thinking that is maybe a demon coming from the other end of the hallway. Then all of a sudden it was a Doctor Strange running like, "Hey guys, what's up?" You know?
Yeah, that was weird. Right there. That was some Raimi shit. that was definitely some Raimi shit.
Yeah, like he's like, "Oh, it's just me, guys.
It's just me, guys. What up? Thanks, Kate. Let's go." I like the fight early on when they was fighting the monster. I don't think the effects looked that great when they were fighting the eyeball monster, but it was a cool sequence though. I just like seeing It was interesting seeing Doctor Strange fighting a creature downtown, doing Doctor Strange shit. That was one of the things I did like about this movie.
Oh yeah, he was showing out like everybody. Everybody in the wedding was cheering him out, and she's like, Christine's like, "Oh my god, this is all supposed to be about me."
Yeah, right. No, even the groom is like, "Hey, that's fucking awesome."
Christine didn't show up once more in the movie, did she?
I think that was like the last bit with her because she's done. She's not, as you see in the post-credit scene, she's not needed anymore.
Yeah,
no, don't say that to me. I enjoyed looking at her.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't just use her and make her Clea from.
That's what I was. We'll get to
That's what you said.
Yeah,
I was talking with Chris about that in the theater. I said the same thing. So what else? So hated moments. What were some of our most hated moments? If we have any, I'm gonna let Crispy go first. Unless you already said.
All right, so
you already said.
You and I have already had this conversation, and I think it doesn't work. The moment I disliked the most was Black Bolt.
Yeah, I did
specifically his death, not because he died. I don't give a shit about Black Bolt as a character, but the way that he died, he can't die that way.
Yeah, I brought that up.
He genuinely cannot die that way. Like in the comics, he's immune to his own attack.
I saw the clip and I was like, "Oh, that is exactly what happened."
So she takes away.
I thought the head caving was cool. I just missed the scream part. Yeah.
Yeah. So like she takes away his mouth, and like obviously he's never been able to not yell before. So when he screams and it blows out the back of his head inside of his costume, like he killed himself or she made him kill himself. Black Bolt literally cannot die like that.
Yeah, I agree. I said the Captain Marvel death was bullshit too.
The Captain Marvel death was absolutely bullshit. Did she just sap all of her power or use it all up like a battery?
She probably wasn't fully developed.
Maybe she's not Captain Marvel the same way that the 616 Captain Marvel is.
Yeah, like I said, Carol, I would have slapped her.
She would have hit her once, and then they would have been over. Yeah, low key. Okay, for me, hated moment, and I mentioned it. I don't know if I said it. I know I said it to Chris. The kids. Some of the acting they had with the two boys was was very hokey. And I know that's Sam Raimi's thing, but like this was unnecessary. Them singing the little song that was a little odd. Just their acting in general, because I didn't hate them in WandaVision, but I think Sam Raimi was like, your kids from like a 50s movie. So
be kids.
Be kids from Leave It to Beaver. And it was a little weird. I just thought it was a little weird. What was the other? Was that another? I had another thing. Trying to remember. I already said about Baron Mordo. So yeah, those were my main problems with the film. Critical, any hated moments since you saw this twice? Anything that stuck out to you as
you're well informed.
Yeah.
So I would say to attach to the Mordo, to connect to the Mordo situation. I didn't like the fact that his team is getting slaughtered and he just wants to fight. That to me, that might just be bad writing, or they couldn't really make it.
That was weird.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like your team is getting slaughtered. Like you can look at them and witness them get slaughtered.
You hear death screams, but all you're worried about is Steven. Yeah, I agree. That was weird. Yeah.
And then
weird
the
obsession.
Other one was, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying he has a weird obsession.
Oh yeah. And then the other thing was when Scarlet Witch went to the temple and she goes through the mirrors or the images, and everybody's like, "Hey, cover the puddle,"
Oh yeah.
And in
I
America,
forgot about that scene. That was dope.
What is this puddle right here? And then she's looking. I'm like, "Yo."
Okay, that was stupid. That was.
Oh
stupid.
yeah, that was actually the part that made me jump when she popped up out of nowhere, and then America's just like splashing, like what you said. You're like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah. I forgot about that. That was a dope sequence though when she was going through the mirror.
When she crawls out the bell, like the ring.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, she was all contorted. That shit was. God damn. Yeah, that was a good bit. But I agree. That was dumb with her being like, "Oh, this one puddle I'm not going to cover." Like, why? Why are we doing this?
Maybe she was trying to have a Simba moment or some shit.
I don't know what the Simba moment.
She was trying to remember who she was, man.
Remember who you are. Yeah. Any hated moments, Chris?
For real though, I would have to say this. I was like, damn, either that boy getting old or I'm just pissed off. I didn't like how Professor X went out. Like she made him look like a chump.
Some people have been saying that. Yeah. Some people have been saying. I get it, but it
was the cartoon Professor X though.
He's 80. He's not going. He wasn't looking good in the chair, and he wasn't looking good out the chair. So I don't know what y'all wanted the man to do.
I'm just saying, like, yo, how the fuck does Super Soldier last longer than you?
All right.
She know how to dodge. She can flip.
I'm just saying, you in her mind, and then like it's like the Wanda under the rocks was actually playing bait.
I don't think she was playing bait. I think she was just trapped. I don't think she was bait. I think she was legit trapped. But you couldn't do it as bait though. Yeah. You could.
But like, yo, I think she was just bait because she wasn't even trying to get out from under there. She just grabbed his hand and it was like.
She held
him. Like trying to be like it or something like that. So like, and then she crawled down with like Pennywise.
Yeah, everything floats down here type shit. Yeah.
And honestly, like Professor X, like I said, made him look like a chump because I'm like, yo, don't you feel that type of fucking presence around you, bro?
Yeah, I get that. I get that thought.
Like, yo, there are red clouds there. That is not normal. Right behind you. Turn around.
Right, turn around, you fool.
I think he knew what it was. I mean, because it wasn't like he was still trying to get Wanda out. He stopped. He was like, "I'm dead." You know what I mean? And Wanda was like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." She dipped out. She dipped in the dark.
She was,
like I said, like Pennywise, she bounced.
Yeah. Okay.
But, other than that, that was just hated moment. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah.
Okay. We didn't talk about it, but the RIP, right? As people pointed out, they're like, "This is the third time Professor X has died." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, you're right. This is the third time." Keeping the tradition going.
Bro, do they really count? Do they really count Logan?
They count it, yeah. They count it. Why not? If we gonna count that and was it Last Stand? Fuck it. Yeah, right. So most skinny.
So it's the multiverse.
It's the multiverse. Yeah. That's the multiverse. Now what was the other thing I was gonna bring up? The scene that was kind of random but cool at the same time was Doctor Strange when him and Christine ran into that other realm that had the incursion and everything had like imploded on itself. And it was that weird Doctor Strange who was attached to the Darkhold. The moment where they're fighting each other for the book and they use the music notes, thought that was really cool. I thought that was very creative and unique because like that is some Doctor Strange shit. Instead of it just being him shooting lasers or whatever, it's like, no, let's fight with music type shit. I don't know.
Instead of just this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
instead of
yeah,
Yeah.
that shows a
bullshit ass
really
martial arts.
extent to his
Oh, yeah.
power.
I was like the magic in this was like visually beautiful.
Yeah.
And like,
he was
and I love that there's no explanation for any of it either, because why would you even try? It's
that's
magic.
always my problem with magic characters is there's no explanation, but they didn't go too overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they didn't go too overboard with it.
They
What
had
did
the
it say
battle
with
of the bands,
Strange?
man.
Yeah.
They did say with Strange, he borrows his powers from like other beings, right? Like it's other. Like remember when
I think that was
like
Dark
the dog
Strange,
that'll
wasn't it?
come.
That was in What If?
Yeah,
when they
that's Dark
established that.
Strange.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
thought
what
all
I'm saying.
strangers do that. Like they said, he
Yeah,
never,
no,
he never, like even remember the demon dog came and grabbed the card. Like he was
Yeah,
borrowing.
but that's what I'm
somebody
saying.
else's power.
They established that in the What If cartoon when Strange was going dark and he was absorbing all those weird creatures.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
If
dark.
you've been following everything, you would notice certain things, but they're not really explaining it, but they're still taking stuff from it. So I get what you say, Critical, but I was thinking the same thing as Wally was, but it's like that's what Dark Strange was doing. When did Steven get that ability? Or maybe he in this universe he already has it. I don't know, but it was reminiscent of that. So it's kind of
I that was in the comics, but you know.
Right, yeah,
It probably is.
It probably is, but like in terms of the movie, it was kind of crazy that he was pulling the different creature parts out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, okay, he can do that now. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was Dark Strange. This is creepy Strange.
Right, yeah, this was another
because he's like, yo, I'll give you the book, bro, but you got to give me your girl. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
like he just had the creepy look on his face.
He's like, look, I'm lonely in this
But that's
motherfucker.
when
Give me something.
he'd be like, just take her, dude. She's not from my universe. I don't care.
My universe. Exactly,
Not
right?
mine. I don't give a shit.
Like, he said it. He said it in this in second class. We were like, oh, like, bro, like, I don't think she's gonna go for that, but okay.
Yeah, right.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah,
right, exactly. That's what I'm gonna say. Shoot your shot. Yeah, whatever. And then I think the coolest moment in the entire fucking movie was when Doctor Strange just like, I gotta use the dark magic to save her. I gotta break the rules. And once again, I agree with Wanda. She was right. Strange is a fucking hypocrite. It is a lot of bias. When he pulled up and doing the dark hold, and she's like, "Oh, you fucking hypocrite!" And but he uses the dark magic to possess his corpse of the alternate version that he buried in New York, and then we have zombie Doctor Strange. Then these fucking demons pop up. Yeah, these demons pop up, and they're like, "Oh, you're breaking the rule." It felt like The Flash. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been watching The Flash, if you ever saw that episode where he had broke the time barrier again, and like the Speed Force demons was chasing him. It was very reminiscent of that. Yeah. But I like that Strange was like, fuck you guys, and like controlled them and bound them and turned them into a cape.
Yeah.
And we had like a friggin' zombie Doctor Strange with a cape of demons. Like that shit was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like teenage Todd McFarlane would have just creamed his pants at that thought. Like, man, if I would have did this with Spawn in the 90s, oh my god. So yeah, that shit was I loved it. How'd y'all feel about demons and zombies and all of that shit?
All I want to know is he ain't been dead that long. So why is his skin rotting so quick?
Like I said, time is different in the multiverse. Maybe I don't know. His body decays faster because he's from a dark. I don't fucking know.
When he got stabbed at the beginning of the movie, like he started decaying pretty fast because of that demon.
Yeah, whatever. It was cool, and I like that they had zombie. He had the prosthetics. It was very Evil Dead-ish.
Yeah,
I like that. That was kind of cool.
I did like it. Wanda was saying, "Oh yeah, you're a hypocrite for using it," but I'm like, "Yo, I'm doing it in a different way to fuck your ass up."
Make all the excuses you want. He's a hypocrite. I'm sorry, he's a hypocrite. I gotta stand by Wanda on that one. She was wild, but
she got the wrong Strange. The Mighty Mouth killed the right Strange as a hypocrite.
Oh, you talking about the one at the beginning?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the hypocrite. Strange. I'm like, yo, like I got no place to go and stuff like that. I'm in a whole nother universe, so I have no choice.
He can make more of an argument. I'll give him that. He definitely could have made more of an argument.
He got more of an argument. It's not like he was doing it for his own gain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like
But,
how the other Strange was and shit like that. He was just being like a egotistical asshole.
yeah. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I disagree with Strange being a hypocrite in that situation.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why I say that is because Wanda was already doing stuff for selfish needs anyway. She's going to take somebody else's kids or invade somebody else's body to raise somebody else's kids, even though that's
she was killing her. No, she said she low key implied like, "No, I'm getting rid of her."
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then Doctor Strange has to do it to stop her from messing everything up. So if Wanda wasn't doing what she was doing, Doctor Strange wouldn't have to do what he was doing. So I don't feel like he's a hypocrite.
I see that argument too. I get that argument as well. Yeah, because he's doing it to benefit more people as opposed to her
basically to maintain order and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because
I
honestly,
get
like,
that.
but like the other Wanda in the other universe, you guys saw that she was ready to fight Scarlet Witch, though, right? You saw that she actually pulled up some energy and she made it look like a chump, and I was like, oh, is this Wanda not fully developed yet? What's going on here?
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Know. Yeah, yes, exactly. That crazy, that definitely amplified her because she was full evil Scarlet Witch lady.
Nah, it would have been cool to see one more cameo from the Sony Quicksilver pop up and try to stop it.
No, I'm done. No, I they fucked that up with WandaVision. I don't want to see that shit.
No, but I prefer MCU Quicksilver better. He's got the better look, but yeah, I digress.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. All right, so we're gonna talk about after that. What's next? So y'all think Wanda's actually dead?
Not at all.
Because I don't. That was a little open ended. Like it's like she destroyed all the dark holes in the various multiverses, which is pretty powerful.
Well, there was that big red explosion as the building was coming down.
Yeah,
I was like that could be anything from her exploding to her literally teleporting out.
Exactly. Dude, that's an homage to fucking Sokovia getting the building thrown on them.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right.
She brought the building down on herself this time.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
And I thought was Ultron on fucking building coming down.
And that's a great point because when that light energy happened, that's the same light energy we saw with Thor's sister when Thor's I forgot
Hela.
Hela. Yeah, it was like a green light when he got ready to bring the axe down. Yeah. But I kind of what's next? I really feel that Wanda is going to bring back what she took away. I think she's going to be the real reason why a lot of characters they might want from other dimensions. I think she might be the reason to try to make a tone because she always wants to make an atone, even in the comic books. I feel like this Wanda is worse than the comic book Wanda because comic book Wanda just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or mentally illness. This one is somewhat mental illness and also the book and also selfishness. You know, so she really needs to make an atone. You know,
that's why I said I wish they would have went more into the mental illness aspect to give her not necessarily to give her an out, but it'd be a little less confusing. But I guess it keeps it kind of. They might have did it so they can choose which way they want to go the next time she comes back. Because how do you bring her back after this? You know,
exactly. Like she's trying to blame Strange to justify her actions and shit.
Right. Yeah. So. I don't know how they're gonna bring. And is he gonna tell everybody else? I'm assuming he will, because I thought it was interesting that everyone knew that Strange was the one who gave Thanos the Time Stone and all of that. You remember the guy at the wedding?
The thing is, that's on a need to know basis. Who's spreading out this information?
I think the team did. Ant-Man. It was Ant-Man that told everybody. Probably.
No, because his former co-workers fucking bumping his gums in the fucking wedding and shit like that. I'm like, yo, bro, how you know this?
That's what I think
detail.
That's what I'm saying. I think they must have gave a press release or something, which I mean makes sense. If everybody was gone for 5 years, you probably want to know the details of how that went down. You know, so it's like
I think they did do a press release to also give pardons and medals and shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought I was a little surprised by that when they were just the guy casually at the wedding. Like, was that the only way you could have did it? I'm like, how do you know about that? You know, like that was in space. Like, how the fuck you know? But anyway,
right.
We didn't talk about the post-credit scene. I know Wally was about to get into it, where the movie ends where America Chavez is in school's getting back together and and we see Stephen Strange back in New York one day, just strolling down the street, and then next thing you know, he's got a friggin' third eye like the other Strange. Yeah, the other Strange. And then it cuts, and I'm like, all right, interesting.
Yeah.
And then credits play, mid-credit scene, just random Strange, just jolly walking back down the street like nothing happened. And I'm like, what are we doing? And then out of nowhere, there's like a cut, and then friggin' Charlize Theron pops through, and she's in a purple outfit and white hair, and I'm like, oh, they casted her as Clea.
Yeah.
And then she's
that under
like,
wraps too.
Yeah, I didn't know that was. Yeah. And she's like, hey, we got to go back.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, because he was sitting there with me, and he was like, "Who the hell is that?" I'm like, "That's Clea. She's like his love. This is love interest,
like wife or something, right?
Yeah, she's a wife in the comics.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
I think she's also currently the Sorceress Supreme.
I think so. I didn't know that.
You give it to her. Yep.
Yeah. So she's like, "Hey, I need some help in the Dark Dimension," which is where Dormammu is, because she's like the only good being in the Dark Dimension, and she needs help. So I'm like, "Okay, we're doing Dormammu again. That's cool." Mm-hmm. And he's like. He shows he's got the eye. I guess he's got it in control or something.
Cool with it now.
He's cool with it now. He's like, it's good. Let's go. And I was like,
it's been 2 minutes. We've already shouted out all the main stars in the film. I got this shit under control, man. It's good. I got a scarf on. I'm great.
My man is woke now.
He's ready to go. He's like, I've seen the light. Let's do it. So that was that scene, and then the end scene was Bruce Campbell, his cameo where he was the pizza papa. And American Chavez didn't want to pay him, and he was getting pushy. Dr. Strange put a curse on him. He's like punching himself and hitting himself. It lasts for 3 weeks. We see him. He comes back, and he's punching him. Then he stops, and he's like, "It's over." And then that's the end of the film.
Loved it.
That was great. I thought that was fun.
I thought he was selling it. He got all the bruises and stuff like that.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was genius. It was a double entendre, man, because he's talking about him punching himself is over, and we stated to see this interesting end credit scene, and he's like, "Yo, it's over." You know what I'm saying? I thought that was amazing.
Done.
I liked it. I thought that was pretty fun. But yeah, so Clea's coming in. I'm not too excited about Charlize Theron playing the character. I like Charlize Theron, but I don't know. I thought they were gonna like Crispy has said. I thought they were gonna have Rachel McAdams play her as like another multiverse version of the character. At least that's what I had hoped for. But I guess they're done with
like you said, she's done.
Yeah, I think they're just completely done with that. They're like, Rachel McAdams, we had you, we wasted you, you're released. You know. So,
good luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah, good luck in your future endeavors.
You may go.
You may go now. Yeah. So that was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, what were you about to say?
I was saying that character. I don't know if y'all already said this. I might have missed it. Y'all, the character she's playing is Dormammu's niece in the comic books, I believe, right?
Okay, I think she's related to Dormammu. Clea. She either is or isn't. I'm not sure if she's related, but she might be.
I know she is the Sorcerer Supreme of that realm.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's what's going to be the next movie. It's going to be Strange and Clea versus Dormammu and his sister, because Dormammu and his sister are like a team, and I think that might be what the next movie is going to be. Yeah. And maybe Mordo might pop up to say hi. I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm still trying to stop you.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to stop you, but
I still hate them wizards.
They'll be like, "Yeah, get out of here."
I'll let you do this, and then I'll go back to hating you somewhere in my room.
Exactly. No more wizards, but that school is looking damn good.
Yeah, he'll walk by real quick, but remember, we have off-screen hatred, and then he'll exit the film. Remember, we don't like each other.
Remember, we threw hands off screen.
Yeah, that felt like, him popping up and not doing anything felt like Ronan when he popped up in Captain Marvel, where I was like, oh, we're finally going to get some more of Ronan, and he does even less than what he did in Guardians. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Yeah, Ronan the Accuser.
Well,
remember, he was in...
Well, because like Hawkeye is also...
Oh, yeah, Hawkeye. Ronan.
So I was like, I don't
That's
remember
what I was
Hawkeye
thinking about. I was trying to put two in my mind was going.
My bad.
In that movie.
My bad. Ronan the Accuser, the bad guy in Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Ronan with
was
an
in the prequel Captain Marvel, and he did nothing in that. He was even worse than that because he was just standing there like, waiting to shoot some lasers.
He reminds me of the MCU's version of a more useless version of Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Low key.
Steppenwolf did some stuff in that.
No. But I'm saying they play the same roles as Errand Boys, but like he's more useless than Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Right.
I get what you're saying. I got what you're saying. Yeah.
But like I don't know if anybody caught this, and I kind of got Thor Ragnarok vibes off Doctor Strange's like take on her. Like, okay, I'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was looking for Loki, he's like, okay, I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
He's just gonna drop everything. I'm like, okay, let's go.
He's like, I got nothing else to do. He's like, I kind of fucked up. Oh, we didn't talk about it. The thing you brought up, Chris, about the the Spider-Man thing.
I don't know if anybody caught it, but I think he's the only one that knows who Spider-Man is, even though he casted that spell, because he did mention and that he did encounter the multiverse with Spider-Man not too long ago. So I'm like, wait a minute, how do you even remember this?
Right.
That threw me off. That threw me off too when you pointed that out.
So do you still think that he knows him?
Well, I think he knows that he did something to the multiverse with him, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't know who he is under the mask.
He doesn't know Peter Parker. Peter Parker's supposed to be forgotten.
True, but I thought
everyone knows who Spider-Man is. Still.
Right. I said the same thing, but Chris was right though, because he still mentioned the multiverse. I thought he would have forgot about that as well, but apparently
he has recollection. Yeah, he has recollection of the battle and stuff like that. What he did.
It seems that's what I'm saying. Which I think is weird because I thought that was the whole point of the spell was to make people forget.
That was kind of left up in the air at the end of
the
movie.
So maybe Strange is the only one that still remembers. Yeah,
like do MJ and Ned remember being there at that battle, but they don't know why they were there.
That's the loophole they need to explain at some point. But
I was like, yo, how does Strange still know? Does he actually know who's under the mask still? Like
possibly, I don't
because
think
he's the one. He's the one that casted it. Because he did also mention this. He did also mention that he was going to go recruit Spider-Man, but he said, "Nah, I'll just recruit Wanda." He was going through the option of Avengers that
you're right. He did say that. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's another teaser that he might know who he is.
Right, because he would have to know where he is.
He's in New York.
Well, he'd have to know who he is to find him.
Go to Brooklyn, you'll find him.
But thing is, Doctor Strange and like in Doctor Strange, how he pops up, like he pops up casually to the person's door. He doesn't really pop up while they're fighting.
Right.
That's true.
Like I think he might know who Peter is.
It's possible. That's what I'm saying. They left that movie ending. That was one of the confusing parts of No Way Home. Was like all the implications of that spell, so they can play with it however they feel. Like they do with all their stuff. If it's something that they like, they'll retcon it.
Right.
But Wanda though, do you think she's ever going to come in contact with White Vision though?
I would assume so. Again. I would assume she would.
Yeah, it would seem like a weird thing to, state that he is basically back to life and then kill her off without having them cross paths.
How you want to answer this, Matthew? Pate, haven't seen Doctor Strange 2. Any good? I would say yes.
Yeah, worth seeing it.
It's worth the watch.
It's worth watching. Yeah, I would say check it out. I enjoyed it. I would say check out WandaVision if you haven't. But even if you haven't, you'll be slightly confused. But I would say check it out. It was dope.
Yeah.
So far we rated it 7 to 9. So
yeah. So far the range is 7 to 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Like,
I gave it an 8.5. We got an 8. We got a 7 and a 9. So yeah, I would say it's worth it.
Yeah, like basically Wanda. Yeah, like you gotta if you haven't watched WandaVision, because that sets up the whole plot of this movie.
Yeah, I mean it does.
The biggest chunk of it, yeah.
The biggest chunk, yeah. I remember they were saying that they might give Wanda her own movie, which after seeing this, I definitely want to see that now.
I want to see it.
Yeah, like where'd she go? Like
where'd she go? How is she gonna bring her kids back? She's not done with it. We know she's. I mean, even though she had do you all think Thor will beat Spider-Man numbers? No. I do not see Ragnarok beating. I do not see Ragnarok beating Love and Thunder. No. I
think it'll do good numbers. Like I think it'll do really well.
Good, but not Spider-Man numbers.
No, it's not
Spider-Man is winning an Oscar. Yeah. It's winning an Oscar. That was movie of the year, baby. That was movie of the year.
I think the next movie that is going to get close to beating No Way Home is either going to be the first Fantastic Four or whenever they do the first MCU X-Men movie. I think those will be the only.
The first MCU X-Men movie absolutely will do $1 billion.
Yeah, I think those will be the only. Those only two movies I could see.
Because just give it to the Russos and we're good.
Yeah.
Y'all don't think this Doctor Strange is gonna catch it? Because
nah,
it's probably gonna do well, but like
there's too much mixed reaction for me to think that it's gonna make as much as No Way Home.
Right. Yeah, No Way Home didn't really have that much of a mixed reaction.
Right,
it was mostly positive.
It was mostly positive, and so I don't see that happening now unless it does really good overseas. It's possible, but I don't see it.
Actually, you got a point because a lot of movies got canceled overseas.
This movie got canceled in Saudi Arabia because of the references to her mothers.
Yeah.
And I know in a lot of places overseas they don't really love movies about demons and ghosts. So this movie's got a lot of that.
They got a lot of they got a lot of double whammies. A lot of double whammies.
Honestly, I do agree. Those are two movies that might catch up to No Way Home in the money, but I feel like maybe the next Avenger movie.
Maybe that too. Once they finally build to the next, because they're kind of randomly just doing stuff right now. It seems we don't really know exactly what they're building to. Some people have their thoughts, like the Secret War.
Secret War and stuff like that. But let's just say Thor's definitely not going to be in that. Remember the trailer. These hands are for peace. I'm done being a superhero.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where that's going.
You think he might bring Ant-Man recent success?
I don't think Jonathan Majors is going to be able to save that front. It might be the highest in the franchise, but I don't think Kang being in the Ant-Man 3 is going to make it one of the highest grossing MCU movies.
I think Ant-Man was it Quantumania?
Yeah.
Ant-Man 3 dumb title.
It's involving the multiverse, ain't it?
Yeah. Allegedly.
This is going to kick it open.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be the last one that they do a multiverse thing for a while.
It's possible
because I mean, the last 4?
I'm not done with this multiverse things till I see Tom Cruise Iron Man.
You can't get over that.
I'm not done. I'm not done with the.
Do you think the Spider-Man numbers would have been larger if they told everyone Garfield and Maguire were in it? I mean, John Campia, I don't know if I'm about to say John Campia did that for them. He exposed that shit on Twitter, so it was kind of.
I think
the internet kind of did that for them.
Well, I think it was the leaks on top of Garfield just saying no, I'm not in it. I'm not there.
And Tobey Maguire staying in and Tobey Maguire looks like in the same shape he was in part 3 and stuff like that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He was getting ready for something.
He was getting ready. Yeah. That was a lot
I heard Toby was approached and they said, "Yo, we thinking about putting in a movie." He said yes without even looking at the script.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And then Andrew's like, "Okay, my Spider-Man's gonna be in there, and I really like Tom, so I gotta be in it."
Yeah.
So he hopped on there like a fanboy.
And I wish they could have brought him back, but apparently he said he ain't coming back, and I don't blame him because
he said he's too old to do it.
No, I think it was. I think they told him they would do El Muerto. He's like, "Oh, you guys haven't learned to think. Never mind." I think that's what happened. I think that's what happens. He was like, "Hey, Garfield, we want to bring you back," and he's like, "All right, what do you guys got playing?" Oh, well, we got this El Muerto with Bad Bunny. Now I'm out.
Yeah, we'd love you to show up in about 2.5 minutes of El Muerto.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, I'm good. I'm not good.
But we need a Spider-Man for Morbius to eat.
Yeah. We need a Spider-Man for Morbius to reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are the odds of John Watts and Garfield both taking a break? I think Garfield's taking a break, and we said this earlier. I think Krasinski is filling in for John Watts. I think the taking a break thing, he's definitely going to take a break, but I think he's been replaced because they want Krasinski for Fantastic Four. He might come back for the planned Spider-Man trilogy. I hope he doesn't. I thought he did his 3. I would prefer someone else. That's just me personally, but
I think he did a good job.
Yeah, he did fine.
Like,
He did fine, but
I think the last one was great.
Yeah.
Well,
I kind of like.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No.
The
Spider-Man trilogy.
The MCU
The
Spider-Man.
Far From Home. Yeah, the Far From Home trilogy. I mean, I do respect when Kevin Feige is like, hey, we got you for 2 good movies. Now get the fuck out. We're gonna bring somebody else in. I kind of respect that because I don't want someone to get too long.
You say you like.
Now, I like when they
like
kind of.
too?
I just like when the MCU kind of filters out various directors for various projects. I kind of prefer it now. I'm so used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like only certain directors get to do a trilogy. James Gunn, John Watts, the Russos kind of had a trilogy because they did, the 2 Captain Americas and then the 2 big Avenger movies.
Right.
So certain directors they fuck with, they'll give them a trilogy, and other ones they'll just replace them. And I think Watts has served its purpose. I would like to see someone else do Spider-Man, but that's just me. Maybe they bring back Mark Webb and
they
give
will
him
not. They absolutely will not.
No, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They fucked up Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mention that.
We're not gonna talk
about a friend of mine actually caught some of that mental illness you were telling me that was lurking around, Brogi. He said that Amazing Spider-Man 2 was better than No Way Home, and I was like, "Yo, you need me to drive? You need me to drive?"
Yeah,
I fuck with Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's terrible, but I do like it.
I mean, it's fun because of how bad it is.
Yeah, it's fun bad, but I can't put that over No Way Home. You're doing the most. You're doing the most on that one.
I told him. He said the only good thing about No Way Home was Andrew Garfield. I was like, okay, you reaching, man. You reaching.
That's
reaching.
That's a Mr. Fantastic reach on that one.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a reach.
He said it was overhyped.
I kind of think that definitely sweetened that cake up a little bit. Andrew, knowing that Andrew Garfield and
Tobey Maguire, it made people want to come.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, because set that aside. Like, if we cut that part out, I mean, how great is the movie? Like if they're never in it,
it's still okay.
Yeah, it's like if you cut them out of the film, it's still a pretty good Spider-Man film.
Yeah,
but them being there absolutely makes that movie top
tier. Still got the Aunt May scene, which was really good.
Who do you guys think was the MVP of that movie? Honestly, I feel like William Dafoe came in there to remind people who the fuck he was.
That's a good question. Before we go, who was the MVP of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Chris, you go first.
Damn, that's actually a tough question.
Tough, but you gotta think.
Yeah, because thing is, I felt like it was balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody really outshined anybody, but honestly, MVP still goes to my man for playing Doctor Strange to a whole nother level. Greatness on another level.
Okay. Benedict gets it. Okay.
Benedict.
Critical. Who you got as MVP for the movie?
I have to agree with my brother there, Chris. I definitely have to go with Doctor Strange, and Wong comes in second place for me.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm tripping. I'm forgetting Wanda, man. All right. Back up. I know I was calling her
she
Wanda.
Did show well.
I was calling her Wanda bitch, but I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna say this on here.
Scarlet.
But you know what? If it's a safe space or not, Wanda made me cry both times I saw it.
Okay.
She did.
All right.
She did. And I didn't like her, but that little part but it was mainly coming off of the whole Moon Knight. Moon Knight confronting himself. When she confronts herself, just how she understood herself, even though she tried to take her children. I was like, damn, that was dope, So I have to say Wanda. My bad. I'm gonna change it. Wanda is Strange for me.
Okay. Crispy.
That green bull.
That
guy was pretty dope.
If you want to talk about,
I like the one word that he said that entire film.
If you want to talk about most useless, expensive CGI in a movie, it's that fucking bull.
Why do you got an action figure?
He got an action figure.
He had marketing and everything.
He had some marketing and everything. Did nothing.
Did nothing.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
in
he's
the
in the
comics.
comics.
He's like Wong's replacement at some point.
Yeah,
like
he's
80s or
Wong's
some shit.
assistant when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
he
bull-
literally had one line in the movie, and it was, "Boy, I do love magic school," or some shit like that.
Oh, I sure do love being here.
Yeah, that was it. That was the one line.
I'm a green bolt.
Right. Millions
Yeah,
of
like,
dollars
that.
wasted on CGI just for that.
Yeah.
I don't even know who
yeah,
did
like-
the voice.
When
don't
they
forget-
showed him, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be somebody," and then the name popped up. I was like,
Yeah, he was in the title. Yeah, he was in the end credits too. Like he did.
He came up
something.
before Rachel McAdams.
That's fucking
He was
ridiculous.
billed higher than her.
That's nasty. That is nasty.
I don't get it.
They're ridiculous for that.
Yeah. My actual choice is Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong. Okay,
yes.
MVP. Okay,
I think he was fantastic in this film. I like him pretty much in all of the films that he's in for the
I like
MCU.
when he pops up.
Obviously, my second choice is Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, she was fantastic.
She was dope. Yeah. For me, I gotta give it to Scarlet Witch.
Green Bull. Yeah.
Yeah, Green Bull.
I get it.
No. You know what? I take that back. MVP, piece of Papa. Fuck it. I don't care what anybody says. Piece of Papa. I'm giving it.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to the OG Bruce Campbell. Fuck y'all. I'm giving it to Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Piece of Papa gets paid. God damn it. So yeah, I'm going with that. Let me see. What's this last comment here from old Matthew? Have you noticed? Have you noticed that Spider-Man films have always had other supporting people on the good side, where Garfield and Maguire handled it on their own? Yes, I think that's why. That's the benefit of being in the MCU. You can do stuff like that. Yeah. You can have
I feel like in this movie, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in this movie now, you know what I'm saying, this was actually Tom's origin story.
Now I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Right, because he never got to have his Uncle Ben moment before this.
Yeah, like, so now he knows why, because, you know, he actually got to talk to the other Spider-Man. I bet he's wondering why the fuck they keeping their identity a secret and shit like that. Like, look what's happening, motherfuckers! It's coming up to your front door.
Yeah, that's true.
And like now, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Tom doesn't have that. Sure, he had got a little bit of experience, but like, thing is, you're not built to handle those villains by yourself.
Right. Yeah,
but like, honestly, but now, yeah, he's just a neighborhood middle-aged man bully. That's all he beat up is middle-aged men or older.
He's built to fight the Enforcers, not Galactus.
Yeah.
Like,
but I do think him being in the MCU, if they don't fuck up the Echo show, we could get Matthew Cox's Daredevil teaming up with Spider-Man. We could get
enough. But enough of him teaming up. I want to see him do it by himself.
You want to see him do it by himself? I would. The only team up I really would want is, like I said, Daredevil and maybe
Deadpool.
Black Cat.
Oh,
no,
Black Cat, yes.
I want Black Cat. Fuck Deadpool. I don't care.
I'd love to see him do some stuff with the Human Torch if they manage to introduce them before.
That's the only way. That's the only way Chris Evans is coming back as the multiverse version of Human Torch.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. That would have been kind of funny.
No, that would have been that would have been great. But like,
that would have been funny.
Chris Evans did say, like, you know, if like he was in the MCU still, he would have loved to actually have his Captain America and interact with a Human Torch.
That would have been cool.
It would have been cool.
And I think that's why some people were upset, because they didn't get their Eric Bana Incredible Hulk popping up, and they didn't get their
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, their Tom Cruise, and they didn't get
Eric Bana. Oh, you talking about his father?
Yeah. No. Eric Bana for the original Incredible Hulk. Remember from 2003, 5? The Ang Lee. The Ang Lee Hulk.
You talking about OG?
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
We didn't get Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I know some people were highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. We didn't get.
I think he would have killed it.
He would have. Yeah, right. We didn't get Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider.
I would have liked that, actually.
That's a shame.
No, they could have at least had him riding in his motorcycle as Strange was just going through universes.
They could have done something like that, where they could have, as they're flying through things, you see the.
I think
him and his
that's
bike.
Some people's disappointment when they didn't get enough of that. We didn't get Wesley Snipes' as Blade just hanging out. We didn't get that. You know, it's understandable.
Man. Or like Wesley Snipes holding a fucking vampire by the neck.
That was cool, you know.
Yeah, we didn't get to see enough unique universes in general. We really only got the one.
I mean, they flew through the paint thing. Yeah, they didn't stick around. I get that criticism. I get it. I wasn't entirely expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it, but you didn't get to see any unique universe that wasn't like just a this is New York if everything was made out of tubes.
Yeah, right.
Like
all right.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna be like
Rick and Morty
Madness, like Multiverse Madness, what would have happened if he didn't seal up those gaps in No Way Home and stuff like that. Like a whole bunch of people from different universes is collaborating and shit like that.
Well, I think that's what they're low key building to, because the whole incursion thing could be the next big threat. If when we keep doing all this multiverse stuff, eventually it's going to implode on itself. But they didn't build it up that way. But that could be the next big threat.
I'm going to predict it now that the incursion is just like some multiverse version of Galactus.
Oh man!
Literally
it manifests itself as Galactus type.
Well, like literally eating worlds, eating universes. It's just they're just upping the
just
scale
don't make
of Galactus.
just don't make Galactus a dark cloud this time.
Yeah, just don't do that.
I think they're gonna make him an Eternal after watching Eternals and how big they were.
Like a Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial. Yeah, my bad. Make him a Celestial, which I'd be fine with that because no one truly gives a shit about his origin. He was a man, and then he became a being of anything.
Then he got real hungry.
Yeah, some shit. I don't know.
For real though, the trailers were deceiving though. They it made it seem like Doctor Strange was getting locked up for what he did at No Way Home.
Yeah, that was how they played it, and I guess he kind of
was. Kind of. They're like, you're dangerous.
Yeah, you're dangerous. Why is that? Well, our Strange was dangerous, so you got to be dangerous too.
Because every Strange we've ever met just does not care about the sanctity of the multiverse.
And
you're no different, clearly.
We've met two of them.
Yeah,
and you're just like
you're one of them.
Right.
I was like this, there's got to be one Strange that's different. Like, you're all the same.
Yeah. Well, the endings proved otherwise. So hopefully he will not relearn this lesson in the third Doctor Strange. But who knows? So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up now. We can do our outros. Chris, let the people know where they can find you.
What's going on, guys? You can find me at Christopher_Rivera 842, and that's on Instagram. And my TikTok is Christopher Rivera 75. Go ahead, check out my content on there. Podcast is coming soon.
Okay, good. Critical. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, sir. Yes, you all can find me on Instagram, Critical Blue Reviews, Critical with the K. But if you want to listen to the podcast, check me out on Google, anywhere podcasts you can listen to a podcast. Check me out there, Critical Blue Reviews, Critical with the K. Twitter, Critical Blue Reviews.
All right.
Cool.
Crispy, go.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I've recently dropped the moniker Quispy Man. It's just Wallace Brandon D.
God damn it, sir!
I know. I wasn't using it for anything, so I got rid of it. You can also find me on my podcast that I do with my father, where we talk about comic books, and that's Panel Surfing. That is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and pretty much anywhere else where you get podcasts. We also have a Twitter, which is Panel Surfing. And Instagram, which is Panel Surfing with B&B.
Right. Also, RIP to George Perez, who recently passed away.
Yeah, and Neil Adams.
Yeah. A lot of old school dope artists in the game. But I'm your boy BrogiNaric. You can find me on this YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, BrogiNaric 93. Spelt like a sound. And thanks for watching. And I want to thank all you guys for popping up, and Mr. Matthew in the comments, and anyone who's watching this after it's live. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and also let us know your thoughts about this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you done with the MCU? Are you still excited for the MCU? Another thing we're gonna ask, Phase 4 so far. How you feeling about Phase 4? I think this will be the final question, and then I'll stop it after this. I think it's okay so far.
Yeah,
including the Disney Plus shows, it's okay.
Yeah, it has not
They're
been
onto something.
disappointing.
I think we're on the cusp of some greatness. I really feel Kang is going to flip Marvel on its head. I really do feel so. I really feel like this is going to be the the multiverse of madness when Kang comes in the picture.
Yeah, the real multiverse of madness.
I think they might have wasted this title. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna close it down at that. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos. Peace. Right. We should be back next week with Moon Knight, but but anyway. But
I'm actually gonna be watching that this week, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And we hit the end.